Hey guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be yet another Mandela effect video for you guys. As you guys know, I do these videos quite often. I feel like I haven't done one in a little bit though. That's mostly because I haven't found any Mandela effects that fuck me up. That's basically it. And by the way, I'm over the whole shook thing already. I overdo things 80% of my life. Like, it's just me overdoing things. I'm so over shook. I'm so over saying fuck to me in the ass. I'm just over it. I'm over it. So we're going with a new fresh leaf on these Mandela effect videos moving forward because I still fuck with the Mandela effect. I've just got annoyed with myself. So let's get into the Mandela effects. If these don't fuck you up, if they don't resonate with you, then that's fine. You don't have to be an asshole. So let's get into it. First Mandela effect. Honestly, I know it's not just me because I've read, I've read things about it and I've read people talk about it and you guys have sent it to me multiple times. Most of these you guys send to me, which is so dope, is the product, whatever, Vaseline. I always remember Vaseline being spelled like this, like kind of like gasoline, just like it just fucking sounds like that. But apparently Vaseline has always been spelled like this, which to me just looks like Vaseline. Like Vaseline. Like, why don't people just call it Vaseline? Baseline? What the fuck? I don't know. Does that look weird to anybody else? Like, just Vaseline? Like, I feel like that looks so fucking weird. It freaked me out a lot. The next Mandela effect I want to talk about really got me. The brand for like apple cider vinegar and like amino acid, I don't really know. It's like, I guess like a superfood, whatever the fuck. It's like fucking apple cider vinegar. I always remember being called Brags, like B-R-A-G-G''S, always. And I've used this apple cider vinegar for so fucking long, like it's in a lot of recipes. And I always remember being Brags, like with the apostrophe S and everything. But no bitch, it's fucking just brag. What the fuck? The next thing, this drove me insane because it's one of those things that didn't exist. It's like the Sinbad genie movie. Wonder Bread. I remember Wonder Bread having like this time like during like the early 2000s when, like the Heinz ketchup had like colored ketchup, like purple and like green ketchup or something like that. I remember so perfectly there being rainbow bread, like rainbow Wonder Bread. But that's never existed. And I can't find any brands like other than those that are sold at like specific stores and like their bakery like makes the bread rainbow. I can't find any rainbow bread brands, and I'm really pissed about this because I so perfectly remember there being like rainbow bread by Wonder Bread. Like, I just remember them having like a time where they had rainbow bread when it was like the time where the mac and cheese was purple and like everything was like fucking, I felt like it was like I was living in Nickelodeon. Like, that's how I remember that period of life. Like, I felt like I embodied Nickelodeon as a human. So I don't know what that's about, but do you guys remember fucking rainbow bread? Because I perfectly remember this. I've heard a lot of Canadians remember this like a lot, like on Reddit and shit. Like, their world's like upside down. I haven't met that many Americans that like remember it as rainbow bread, but I fucking do. My sister does. And I'm pissed. The next Mandela effect I want to talk about is Shirley Temple. A chick with the little curls and the animal crackers in her motherfucking soup. I grew up listening to Shirley Temple. My grandma liked Shirley Temple. She was just iconic. I always thought Shirley Temple was like dead. And I like, oh gosh. I don't know exactly when I thought that she died. I didn't think it was in my lifetime that she died, to be honest. I thought that she died before I was ever born. Or at least when I was younger. But I was looking it up, and Shirley Temple fucking died in 2014. 2014, and I have no recollection whatsoever of hearing about her dying. Is anybody else remember this? Like, I am so pressed about this because I would have like tried to meet Shirley Temple, and like, I'm so confused because I literally don't remember her being alive anytime that I was like old enough for like, I don't know. And like, I see pictures of her at like in 2014, like before she died, when she was like old, And I've never seen this person in my fucking life, and I don't understand because I definitely, and I know my grandma would have too, like kept a tab on that bitch. It's fucking Shirley Temple. I just remember her being dead way before 2014. Next Mandela effect I want to talk about is another Mickey Mouse Mandela effect. We already talked about his suspenders and his buttons. When the fuck did Mickey Mouse get a motherfucking tail? Normally I would like see this and I would be like, okay, this could be one that might just be me because it makes sense why Mickey Mouse would have a tail, you know what I mean? He's a motherfucking mouse. However, the only reason I saw it is because so many of you guys have sent it to me on Snapchat, on Instagram DMs, like Twitter DMs, literally fucking everywhere. And not only that, it's all over Reddit, and I was just like, so other people remember Mickey Mouse not having a fucking tail. And then this picture screwed me the fuck up because the last time, I swear to God, I used this exact picture in one of my thumbnails for a Mandela effect video, and I could guarantee you that bitch did not have a fucking tail. And his tail looks like a fucking piece of spaghetti. Why is it so like thin? It literally looks like an angel hair pasta. What the fuck is going on with Mickey Mouse? Like, next thing you know, his fucking pants will be like pink. I don't know. The next Mandela effect comes from Mike and Ikes. Mike and Ikes was actually my favorite candy as a child. I was never a big chocolate person, so like Mike and Ikes and like sweets like that, like nerds and shit, I loved. So Mike and Ikes, I knew that bitch really well. My ass always remembers Mike and Ikes being spelled Mike and like apostrophe Ikes because I thought it was a cute, funny way to spell it. I was like, wow, Mike and Ikes. Also, it looked right on the packaging. But no, Mike and Ikes has always been spelled Mike and Ikes. What the fuck? This looks so fucking weird on the packaging. I feel like you wouldn't say Mike and Ikes like how, like, that's how you say it is Mike and Ikes. You would say Mike and Ikes. Like, I feel like if the word and was there, it would make it so much more prominent than like when you say it and how it's supposed to be said than when it is. And I'm honestly fucking pissed about this because I know it was Mike and Ikes. I used to like go to this pizza place all the time in like 5th grade, and I would like go to put in like a quarter and get some fucking Mike and Ikes, and I'm pissed because it's not Mike and Ikes, it's Mike and Ikes. This Mandela effect comes from Downy, like fabric softener, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I always remember Downy being spelled Downy, and I was like 100% sure of this. I never thought anything else. I was like, okay, it's Downy. Like, I don't know. That's how I saw it in like stores and shit, and that's how I always remember it. But no, Downy has always been spelled Downy. So the next Mandela effect is something you guys have highly, highly, highly requested me to talk about. I get this comment on every Mandela effect video since you guys have discovered it, I guess. A lot of people are fucked up by this, and personally I'm not, but you guys have asked me to talk about it, so I will talk about what you guys remember. So the Cash Me Outside, how about that girl? She's like the new meme and shit, but a ton, like a shit fucking ton of people. I see this everywhere, people being confused because people remember this Cash Me Outside girl to been on Dr. Phil like the mid 2000s, like 2009, 2010 time. However, this girl was just on Dr. Phil like 4 months ago in October. The only reason why I don't personally remember ever seeing her before is because I watched the episode like while it aired. Like, my mom is fucking obsessed with Dr. Phil, like she sucks his dick every night. Is that offensive? Sorry, Mom. She likes Dr. Phil, nonetheless, and she makes me watch with her because she's like, see, this is what happens when you do drugs. So I watched Dr. Phil often. Then the Cash Me girl came on and my mom was like, see, this is what happens when you disrespect your family. That's how I personally know that it was aired in October. However, a lot of fucking people remember it being aired a few years ago. What do you guys remember personally? I would like to know because I find that so interesting that so many of you guys and so many of just random people too I've seen all over the internet remember that girl being on Dr. Phil years before she ever was. And the last Mandela effect that I'm going to be talking about today is the one that fucked me up the most, to be honest, because this one personally really resonates with me because I used to watch this show all of the fucking time. And like, that's not even exaggerating. And I'm an exaggerating ass bitch and I know it. But this show, actually, I used to watch with my mom, my dad, and my sister. Like, it was like one of our family shows that we watched. I think it's weird once I tell you what it is. But it is The Secret Life of an American Teenager. I loved this show. I fucking fucked with Shailene Woodley so bad. She's a cool bitch. So, The Secret Life of an American Teenager was a staple in my teen years. I loved it. It was a good show. Apparently, The Secret Life of an American Teenager has never been called The Secret Life of an American Teenager. It's always been The Secret Life of the American Teenager. What the fuck? And that like doesn't even sound like, oh, crazy change or anything like that. But like to me that is, because I feel like, why would you title a TV show The Secret Life of the American Teenager? Like, you would use the like twice, like The Secret Life of the American Teenager. Did that fuck anybody else up? So that is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think of these Mandela effects. But like I always say, you don't have to be a fucking asshole. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. I'm always posting really dope shit on there. And also you can send me your Mandela effects on there and any of your new findings. If you want to check out my latest video, you can click right here. And click right here to subscribe for new videos every single day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!